from the banks of Lake Erie, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Cleveland. Here's Pierre Strong to return it from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Ready.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Love. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jordan Love. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now it's Watson. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on third down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Following the interception, Love. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jaden Reed from 13 yards out. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now Watson. Open man downfield is Judy. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy, 67 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Let's go now. Ultra.
To throw now. Here's Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On the double.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much, because as you noted...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Packers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Love looking to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Love now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 39 yards. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Watson now to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Judy as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
On the set.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys
Seriously, bro?
in this situation if they decide to take a shot. If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Here we go.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Okay, ready?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down. As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing. Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will get
Booyah!
to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jaden Reed, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And now it's blocked. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
To throw is Watson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Watson. Out quickly to Judy. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw, Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Browns are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Ready, set.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Check white. Ready.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 2nd and 7, Love, a short throw to Musgrave. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check pitch. Ready, ready.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Ready, ready. Fight 60. Hunt, hunt.
Love looking to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs.
You can go ahead and quit now.
Another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Fight 97. Ready.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he has a Packer first down And that should be the one that finishes the script.
I'll do you one better, buddy.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. And they will take a knee here.
Next time, don't lag the fucking extra point.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone